Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wisco Habs Fan. Welcome to the channel. I just wanted to make a quick intro video just to kind of explain what I'm going to be doing on this channel, talk about me a little bit, and just get that out there before the regular season begins in just about a month here. So Wisco Habs fan. I'm from Wisconsin myself, but I've been a Habs fan pretty much my whole life, and I figured if I've been following them for so long and nobody else in where I'm from wants to really talk about the Canadians, I figured I'd throw this out into the world, so hopefully somebody else can listen to me talk about the Canadians. So yeah, the goal for this channel is to kind of just cover all of the games that are going on. Hopefully, we'll start in the preseason. That's starting in a couple of weeks, which is exciting, and through the regular season all the way, and then hopefully, if everybody plays as well as they did last year, hopefully we'll make it to the playoffs again. We'll be able to cover some exciting playoff games at the end of the year. Additionally, I'll be talking about any like trades or signings, that kind of stuff that goes on, just kind of covering all the news, everything that I think I can, talk about for a couple of minutes. I'll throw my thoughts out into the world, and hopefully somebody will be interested in listening to that. So we'll be talking through all that kind of stuff, and hopefully I'll have a good catalog of thoughts and things like that for the whole 25-26 season. So that'll be exciting. As you can see in the background, I'm going to be using some NHL 24 gameplay in the background, so don't judge me, but I am in fact too cheap to buy NHL 25 or 26 as of right now anyway, but that might change in the future if things go on sale. But if you look closely, I did kind of edit the rosters, add in I had to add in Hudson and Demidov, obviously, and I put Noah Dobson and those kind of guys that got traded over onto the Canadians roster just in case, down the line I want to have a clip of them scoring or whatever. And obviously, hopefully we see a bunch of points from Demidov and Hudson. So I've got those guys on the team, so don't worry about that. I might also be able to do some videos within like NHL, like the Chell game for like a Be a Pro series or something like that. If there's any interest, or if I can create like a character or something like that and kind of like chronicle their career or something like that, that might be a fun thing to do here. But for now, mostly what this is going to be is just kind of talking about news and breaking down the games, all that kind of stuff, the trade signings and stuff like that. And then we'll kind of take it from there. And so yeah, that's kind of the gist of the channel. So I'm excited to get this started. I'm excited about I love talking about about hockey in general, talking about the NHL, talking about the Canadians. So I'm excited to have some sort of outlet for that. So if there's anybody at all watching, hopefully somebody is listening and is excited to talk about this and go through this season with me. So if you're watching, thank you for watching, and I'm excited to get this thing started. And so, with that out of the way, I wanted to talk briefly about some just kind of news that's going on. Obviously, it's been kind of a dull, like August into September, not too much going on with the Canadians, the league in general. But two kind of things of note that I've seen over the past month or so. One is that Carey Price might be getting traded imminently, maybe even as this video is being uploaded. He's been traded, and it makes a lot of sense, obviously. The Canadians want to kind of get rid of the cap hit that he has, and hopefully that can free up some space for them to get the 2C that we all know that we need, because we're not really quite sure if Kirby Dach is going to be able to fill that spot or not for us. But it's kind of an interesting thing, and it's kind of, in a lot of ways, the end of an era for the Canadians, as, Carey Price is probably the one major player of the last 20 years or so that kind of like carried the Canadians into relevancy throughout that last 20 years when we didn't really have any other big shining stars on the team. So it's kind of an interesting thing to think about, and think about him moving on after like 20 years of being a part of the Canadians. And then the other kind of interesting piece of news that's come out recently, as of September 3rd, is the Canadians tweeted about changing their center ice logo at the Bell Center for this upcoming season. So I'll have that image up there for you. I think it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people on social media, from what I can tell, think it's pretty cool as a kind of just a change up. It's kind of got like it's giving kind of like the same sort of vibes as the like the Florida Panthers like championship centerized logo, and like I think Vegas has done that too, where they've had the centerized logo like completely filled in with color. And I think that's kind of a cool like update to the look of the arena in general. I think it'll be interesting to see how it looks when the ice is fully put in and there's actually a game going on at the Bell Center, and then we'll have to see if that kind of changes people's opinions. But as of now, I think it's a pretty cool addition, and I know in a time where there's not too much other news to talk about, it's I guess somewhat relevant to talk about. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Just wanted to introduce myself and kind of talk about the, I guess you could say major things that have happened over the past month, although it's not super major. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hopefully you'll follow along for the season. I'm going to be talking about all the Canadians games, signings, trades, all that kind of stuff, and I'm excited to take that journey. So please consider subscribing if that's something that's interesting to you, just hearing my thoughts and kind of having a place to talk about it. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one.